Now we look at the other ways of inorganic growth. So inorganic is like completely different to organic. So we try to buy other business to expand our business. So we borrow, we buy other business, we collaborate with other business, and we try to grow. So that is called as inorganic. Under inorganic, we have one heading called as merger. So in merger, what happens is two companies which are usually of the same or similar size, they come together and they create a new kind of an entity. So why do they create another new company called as A plus B is called as C? Is because the employees of A should not feel that it is, see, if the company is named as A, company A plus B, and the company is named as A, then B employees will feel demotivated. If it is named as B, then A company will be demotivated. So what happens is they create a new name, something called as a company C, or they can even have a company called as company AB. So why do companies go for this merger? Usually one of the answers which they tell is called as synergy. So what is synergy? Synergy is when two or more entities coming together to produce a result not independently obtainable. So assume that there are like two companies, they want to come together. So because when they come together, it creates more value than actually being separately there. So that is called as synergy. For example, a merged entity will only need one marketing department, so there may be savings generated compared to two separated entities. So it works like this. This is often expressed as 2 plus 2 equals to 5 because the one which is additionally being created is called as a synergy. So from where do they get synergy? It can be because of the market power. Two big companies, they come together, they have a huge market share. As two companies are coming together, one of them is a competitor, so one competitor is eliminated. Vertical integration, so they can produce in huge quantities, now they can purchase in huge quantities. Complementary resources, so it can be the raw materials of company A is produced by the company B, so there can be like complementary benefits for both the companies out of this. Or cost synergy, economics of scale. So the larger the size, the lower the cost, that kind of economies of scale. Of economics of scope, as they have become a big company, now they can do certain things which were not earlier possible. For example, a supplier who has not supplied to both the companies till now because he felt that both the companies are like only small companies, but when they become bigger, okay, even the supplier might now come and say that I will now supply to this company as it is of a huge scale. So that's called as economics of scope, because when two companies come together, it actually opens a lot of opportunities. So that's called as economics of scope. There can also be financial synergy, like elimination of inefficiency, like the marketing example we just saw. Two companies having two marketing departments, now only one will be there. It can also be for tax benefits. So one company will be profit making and the other company will be loss making. When you combine both the companies together, the profit will actually disappear. So there is no tax to be paid, or the companies don't know what to do with the surplus cash. So that's why they go for a merger. It helps in diversifying risk, they say, because like I think in another example we'll see like how this gets diversified. So other things are like surplus managerial talent. So there is a huge amount of talented employees. To make their talent better use, they are trying to buy another company and turn it around. Or speed of growth, rather than growing in a slow manner, two companies can now grow at a faster pace. So that's called as speed of growth. So if you take the Indian telecom sector in 2016, it was like this. The biggest company there was Airtel, 25%, Vodafone 20%, Idea was 17%. This is how it was. So the number of players were like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there were like many players here. Okay, so we can call them as 6. But in 2018, post the Reliance company's Jio came in, Jio's market share has now become the 19%, and Bharti Airtel has actually grown up to some another 5%. But Vodafone, what they did is, these two companies, Idea and Vodafone, they couldn't withstand the battle of Jio's lower pricing and Bharti Airtel's lower pricing. So what this company did, they couldn't survive this kind of reduction in profit. So they combined together and they created a company called as Vodafone Idea. So if you add this 19 and 17, that comes to around some 36%. So somewhere they got 38%. That additional 2% we could call as a even as synergy. So this is what helps Vodafone Idea to now put effectively a fight against the Jio and Airtel. So if you can see here, companies like Aircel have been like wiped off, and even if you see the others percentage has been like wiped off. It was 21 earlier, but it is now only 12. I think BSNL is still there, so this BSNL share of 9% should be within this.
You can reach me at my website wowacademics.com, or you can also see my Quora answers. I am active in LinkedIn and in Facebook page, so you can visit at these places. If you just type Shyam Prasad and Wow Academics, you will get all these links in Google search itself. And if you like this video, give a like, share to your friends, and if you feel that any points we have missed in this video, you can post it. We will try to give an answer to you in the comment section itself, or we'll also create another video for you. So thank you for watching our video.